There is an incredible amount of freedom that comes with running. I started running because I wanted to achieve the goal. Having to deal with any life-changing experience, if it doesn't change you, then you've missed the point. I run for a purpose.
I'm sure Trudy, 3 years ago, would never have imagined she would be running a half marathon, let alone the full marathon, let alone the London Marathon.
It's her one big relaxation. It's hugely therapeutic for her, who she works so hard.
Welcome to the 7 o'clock show on One Radio. I'm Trudy Kerr. I'm on my own this evening. Who's working on Sunday morning?
Nobody. Everyone is going to the marathon.
Right. On top of this, you're also taking part in Sunday's Malta Marathon.
She didn't want to know what was going on. There was a bit of, if I go, it's going to change my life, which it has.
A bit nervous. Fortunately the weather has come good for us, or better than expected, which is great. But yeah, just eager to get going and get underway, and it's a long run.
80 seconds!
I started running as part of my process to find peace and acceptance for what happened for me.
14, 13, 12,
The accident had affected my life and changed my life completely.
10, 9.
I went to the doctor probably about 5 months after the accident, told him what I was experiencing, and he changed my life completely.
7, 6, 5.
He turned around and said, "You're having simple partial seizures." And I said, "Well, what's that?"
2,
And he said, "It's epilepsy."
1.
Epilepsy is a neurological condition. It affects the electrical connections in the brain. When somebody has a seizure, it's as if their brain is fused, and that seizure can be anything from just momentarily going slightly blank or having a convulsive seizure where they fall to the floor. The stigma of living with epilepsy is almost worse than the seizures themselves, because the seizures come and they go, but the stigma is there all the time.
It took me probably another 5 months to tell family and friends because there was a lot of embarrassment about it. One of the most interesting comments, a very, very nice gentleman came up to me and said, "I never would have guessed you look so normal." What happened on that day was not necessarily all my fault. Yeah, bit strange. Yeah, I haven't been back for about 4.5 years, so it is a bit weird. It was a typical January day, but it was windy. It was about a force 5 or 6. Now, horses aren't good in wind. I'd made up my mind that for 6 months I would ride this horse just in walk and trot. So I'd exercise it, but I would discipline it to not wanting to race. And turn to loose was exactly the same colour. I think he had one white foot. Turn to loose. Turn to loose. This particular horse had been mistreated. The owner of the horse, out of the blue, came out of the stables, ran towards me and said, "Why don't you canter the horse?" waving his arms. And as he did that, the horse bolted. horse had actually rolled over me, kicked me, and I'd sustained 2 brain hemorrhages and a ruptured spleen. You just had no idea what was going to happen. There would be an electric vibration through my body. I would have memory disruptions, speech disruptions, and then eventually I started getting smell hallucinations. The standard solution for epilepsy is 3 tablets a day, every day for the rest of your life. I was told by the neurologists that my epilepsy would only get worse, or at best it would stay the same. I decided not to take medication. You can dwell on things that happen to you. I choose to be positive about it.
She's full of determination, ever since the accident, really.
You just don't think about it. If you're worried about it, you have to not think about it. You have to be positive. You have to keep saying there's nothing that's going to stop me running. There's 4 hours, there's 42 kilometers, I have to do it.
Persons with epilepsy might, try all their medicines and everything, and nothing will work. But her determination, I think, was her medicine, actually.
When I started to think something was changing was when I had, for the very first time, a single seizure. And nothing came again. Nothing came. The running was the only thing that enabled me to have single seizures. Through running the marathons, my seizures stopped.
She's one of the lucky ones. I think it's definitely mind over brain. She's been 1 year seizure free now.
Yes, I believe in God, and I believe that I am very, very blessed to be alive. And I do believe that that's a huge part of what's happened.
People will look at it whatever way they want, but for some reason, her seizures have stopped.
I didn't dream for 4 years. Now I'm merrily dreaming as if there's no tomorrow. So the brain function is restored as well, not just no seizures. The only thing that changed was the running. So much has happened in the past year, meeting people who are affected by it, being able to run for the Epilepsy Society, and it was a huge relief. I shouldn't be able to do that. I don't think that I'm going to stop running anytime soon.